Inspector Thunder. I'll let him introduce our next guest here, but we are joined, as usual, by Granny, or Tyrone, also known as Granny. What's the last name? Is Brown? Brown. Got you, Brown. Inspector Eddie is here in the studio, as usual. Good morning to you again, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, GQ. Good morning to the general public.
All right,
at
good.
large. Yeah, I'm glad to be here again.
Great.
I see Granny running from his name. It just seems as though he doesn't like his correct name. Tyrone Brown, and you see him get
Yeah. Abrasive,
I don't know. It's aggressive.
Right.
Your mom gave you the name. Yeah. In the studio with me today
Yes.
is Gerardel, that is 196, Constable Gerardel. You know, he been in the traffic department way before me. He have some years of experience also. And definitely I believe in succession plan. I won't be here all the time.
Right.
You know, I always say that, you know. So definitely you have to bring in them youngsters, you know, so that they could take over. And that when I leave here, you know, like they're just coming in and new to the program.
Right.
So you have to bring them in now when it comes to the succession plan. So they can see, you know what I mean, and what is going on and alter what they...
The ins and the outs.
Definitely.
Okay.
So I just want him to introduce himself to the general public. This is the first time he's been here. So, go ahead, Gerardel.
Yes, good morning, JQ, and good morning to the public. Jimmy Gerardel. I'm actually in the force for over 13 years, and I've been in the traffic department for over 6 years. For the past 6 years, I've been quite engaged in traffic on the road and traffic offenses and
Court matters.
court matters, yes. A lot every Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, and there's more to learn and more to take in.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio.
Thanks so much.
Definitely, you know what I mean, he getting ready to take over. You know what I mean?
That's twice you said that now. Twice you said that now.
I won't be here all the time, so nobody expect Eddie to be here. I'm not holding on no seat like some people. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying it, but it's how you're saying it.
I'm dead serious about it. Tyrone? Yeah.
And GQ always got to remember the young one them the follow. So if he say he taking over, well, if the man doing his work, he gonna take over.
Right.
Yes, good morning to the general public. Yes. Well, they say afraid my name, so and say it again. My name is Sir Tyrone Seymour Bernard Brown the First. Never fear the name there yet.
Wow.
Yeah. Good morning again. GQ, it's not just to the radio land. It's to the TV land.
Yes.
The internet land.
Yes.
Cause leaving from here every Wednesday, the
Yes.
general public out there around the world, I had a big message from Dick, Tom and Harry. Girl sent me something today. A cousin of mine, she said, my cousin is better than yours. Always looking out for people.
Right.
And ZIZ Radio.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
So, yes, good
Nice.
morning to everybody out there, all in Tatola, China. I don't need the one that said China, you know, but yeah, Corona.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, good morning again. Well, GK, we here. And last week, the last thing we leave off at, you know, somebody asked a question about road wage.
Yes.
Right? And I know the caller out there listening, trying to wonder, I mean, how that come about. But did some study and so and noticed that, you know, it's the people that behind, if, for instance, we at a stoplight and the lights are green and you're lingering, you aggravate the person behind you because the person behind you is who want to get out. Right? So then people gonna start to, like, you know, act up and get frustrated and, you know, start to blow their hand. Which in there always be a caller calling in asking why that as soon as the lights say green, somebody behind blowing for them to go. So I thinking now, why should the person behind, that's the second person or the third person, ready to go out and the first person ain't ready yet? So that's a good answer, road wave.
Road wage.
Yeah, road wave.
All right. Inspector, what's on your agenda?
Well, definitely, when it comes to the road wage, you know, because I can't see, you know what I mean, somebody will get quite aggravated if it's the green light, so the red light is on, and the green light actually, you know what I mean, come on. I can't see the person behind to be so upset, you know what I mean, over certain seconds. You understand me? Have a person moving people need to control themselves.
Right.
I always believe that people need to control themselves. But actually, they are actually road rage. Road rage, yeah, you're causing road obscene gestures. You know what I mean? They're ramming, people ramming road thing and so forth. Throwing objects, these kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Swiping and so forth. You know what I mean? Forcing a driver off the road. Yeah, definitely, one will get upset, distraught when it comes to, them kind of manner.
But it's to the extreme.
Okay. Where you push that, to the extreme.
Okay.
I just want to say also, about these derelict vehicles, because I'm on a campaign. You see, yesterday morning, I got up about 6 o'clock, get my entourage with me, and proceeded in the rural areas. You know what I mean? About 10 cars were removed actually.
Okay.
These cars were sitting there over 10 years, 5 years, and these kind of intervals,
Wow.
But I had to get them moved. As you move one, you see our kind of owners coming up. But they was giving notices.
Okay.
The cars wasn't moving still. The vehicle were there, I mean. Harbor rodents and all kind of rats, mice, and so forth. But, it wasn't hard. After one move, everybody started coming, people started finding batteries. You can't even believe that, you know what I mean?
They could have started.
They're not licensed for years. But you can't believe these things, one I told them could have actually started. And we get at least 10 off the road. And ready to move back again. So anybody listening, because it is a campaign, a clean-up campaign. You cannot see vehicles on the road unlicensed. Some of them ain't got a number plate. You don't even know how to notify. But you have to seek people still, the owners and whoever in charge of these vehicles. Yeah, so that you could actually give them notice to remove. So you give them ample time to remove their vehicles. I can't even call some of them vehicles actually. They're so deformed and so forth. And derelict, the real derelict vehicles.
Yeah.
But this year come to a noise question now. Because as you said, some of the vehicles them ain't licensed. And down the road.
Not some now. None of them.
None of them licensed. But down the road. And I think I'll last stipulate that no unlicensed vehicle supposed to be on the public road. Now this come to a nice question because I saw it the other day and I said to myself that it should not have happened. Don't you feel if GQ is driving from one point to another point in his unlicensed vehicle, even though he obtained a ticket, don't you think that the officer should call a wrecker and get that vehicle someplace until it is registered?
Well, basically, you say the vehicle is unlicensed unless, however, whoever the person is has gotten some authorization, because there are some paperwork that you could actually fill out from the traffic department to move an unlicensed vehicle. However, if you wasn't given such permission and the officer actually caught you with a vehicle and license, definitely you call a wrecker and move the vehicle, because you as an individual moving a vehicle from point A to point B and license, who give me the right as a police officer to actually remove the vehicle as the same vehicle that is unlicensed to go elsewhere to point B. You understand me?
Exactly.
I find that to be double standard. So definitely you call a tow truck or something and they remove the vehicle and put it to a designated area. I think that is more, fit.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to open the lines now?
Definitely.
You want to share more? All right. 465-2555. That's 2555. And for those of you who are overseas, 718-577-2916. And just a real quick shout outs to those of you who are online watching and listening to this program. You might be hearing some music in the background. That is a leak that's coming from, I think it's over at Big Wave. I'm not too sure, but I'll just message the technician and see if we can get that sorted. And we do apologize for that. So while we wait for our calls to get in, let's take our first call. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning to GQ, Inspector Eddie and Granny. Question. Is the wearing helmet, motorcycle, is it law? the passing law. And a suggestion when it comes to bicycles, I think that we should go back to having warning device and them, a bell, horn, and also lights. With these guys at night, up and down on the road with the bicycles, no lights, no warning device. And it seems as though some of them get a high from almost getting hit by a vehicle. I've seen that several times. So those are my question and concerns.
Thanks much. It has here in section 18A, this is obviously saying Christopher Nevis, chapter 15.06, Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. And it states here, a person who operates a motorcycle on a road shall at all times, while operating the motorcycle, wear the appropriate gear prescribed by the licensing authority, and when accompanied by a pillion, he or she shall ensure that the pillion is wearing the appropriate gear prescribed by the licensing authority. Bicycle, this is section 19 of the Vehicle and Road Traffic Act 15.06, and it states here, every bicycle shall carry one white light at the front and a red light or reflector at the rear when being ridden on the road at night. Subsection 2, every bicycle shall be equipped with a bell or any other warning device as may be approved by the examining officer. Subsection 3, every bicycle shall be equipped with such effective brakes as may be approved by the examining officer. I don't want to go too much and take up the people's time.
All right, so let's take this next call. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Well, good morning, sir.
Good
morning, Inspector Eddie. Good morning, Granny.
Morning, sir.
And
Morning.
Good morning to Joel Dell. Welcome to the show, Joel Dell. I like the initiative by Inspector by using the younger officers. And as he said, he's not going to be there forever, so may as well give them the exposure now. So they, at the end of the day, when they do get into the hot seat, they have a better idea what to do and what to say. In relation to the derelict vehicles, that was something overdue, long overdue. There are too much derelict vehicles on the road, and some of them are in some difficult areas, close to corners, and as Inspector said, they've been there for years. So I'm glad to hear Eddie on that campaign, and I hope he continue with that campaign and get the majority of these derelict vehicles off the road. And as usual, the show is a very educational show. I enjoy the show. One thing I want to point out, I still believe there needs to be some education on the use of the roundabout. A lot of persons still using the roundabout the wrong way. So I don't know if the inspector can come up with something where persons can get a better idea how to use the roundabout. I'm surprised that we don't have much more accident in the roundabouts. That's my input for today, gentlemen. Have a good day.
Well, I want to say this before, I don't want to give people a thumbs up because I know a number of persons actually think that the police actually cooping people to give them tickets. I mean, the police, I can't speak to, some persons, but I have to speak, about myself. I've never cooped anybody to give them tickets and this kind of stuff. I wish I could have never given it. That everybody could actually act in accordance with the regulations and the legislation. You understand me? However, I want to say this and give people time in the interim. Because the next campaign moving to Monkey Hill area. I know Granny is inside here and he lives in the St. Peter area. So I'm telling the people who are listening, who are not living in Monkey Hill or St. Peter, they could actually convey the information that I am moving in the Monkey Hill area because I saw a number of derelict vehicles. I actually did my little OP and went out, and saw a number of vehicles. I have the numbers written down. I have notices ready to actually, to give to these people. And I'm actually moving in that area sometime next week or next 2 weeks. So who have their vehicles on the road, I'm asking them to move them. I give them ample time to move them. So they cannot say in the interim I haven't given anybody the opportune time to remove their vehicles. Check you.
All right, let's take this next call. Line 1, you're live. We lost that one. Line 3, you're live. Do we reach now?
Yes, I reach as a civilian. I just called to add 100% to the caller who talk about the bicycle them. 100% to him because he's so correct. Well, we want to know what happened. Why are the law not enforced to these wrongs that have been going on the road? That's the question. Why? Because I remember I born on a bike, and I know what it takes to ride a bike on the street. But a lot of people shirking their responsibilities, and that has to stop. Time going, other people want to get in, so Eddie.
All right, what's up, man?
Thank you, man. Good morning. I get your call yesterday or whenever, but anyway, GQ.
Yes.
While the guy there, while young Eddie was talking, I heard the music in the background here with Kenny G.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming through, so.
Yeah.
And now we go.
All right, everybody. Thanks.
Yeah, you all continue. Yes, okay then.
All right,
All
buddy.
right, okay, thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take this next call. Good morning, you're live. Line 4.
Good morning, Mr. Liebert.
Yes, man. Morning.
Inspector Liebert. I don't know you have the inspector there with you and also the supervisor, Granny. Good morning to each and every one of you all. I think it is time enough now. You all should stop speak and do what you all have to do with these abandoned vehicles on the road and which is not moving. You all don't do too much talking about you are going to find out from the owners and tell them they have to. You all have to do that. That they are taking space. Vehicles want to travel across Fort Thomas Road. It seems as though you all have to make Fort Thomas Road a two-way. Because people don't have no respect for Fort Thomas Road anymore. Which you know it is a one-way. And these young boys on these bicycles, I don't know what you all is going to do with them because they have no manners. They have the wheel up in the ear, proper wheeling, and cars behind them want to travel. But they just tell you, if I hit them people and say, oh, because I see the little boy, them exercising and all kind of, on the road is not for that. Let them go up to Warner Park, let them go up to the grammar school pasture and do that. I have nothing against them doing it, but they cannot be doing it on the road when they have vehicles traveling back and forth. And you all have to do something about Fort Thomas Road. I've been boiling enough now for me to come back and talk about this. You all have to get Fort Thomas Road clean up with all these devilish vehicles. You all have a pleasure. Good morning.
All right, man. Thanks for your input. Any response before we move on, Inspector?
Well, as you speak, I already delegated duties for someone to actually deal with that same situation you're talking about they call it, the road he's speaking about.
Fort Thomas Road, yeah.
Fort Thomas Road, yes, definitely. So,
All right, so let's go back to the line. Let's try line 1 this time. Good morning. You're live?
Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm good, man.
And to the other gentlemen, good morning to them as well.
yeah,
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Inspector?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, sir.
I have a few observations. One of them which are traffic being directed in the circus. I see routes, crossing guard. So just the other day, obviously, I saw someone with a white T-shirt on and a black pant. I asked a question who they are. They said someone who are from the PEP or STEP program. I personally feel that they should, likewise, the crossing guard, have a vest on so people recognize that they are working within that department, whether temporarily or not, for people to see who they are and at least do take the initiative to obey them directing traffic. The camera was mounted on the stoplights, traffic lights, so to speak. I'm not too sure if they're working, officer. If they're not, I would at least like for them to, in all respect, so that when I run a traffic light, I get a mail showing that I run a traffic light and that date, and a photograph to show that. Because the purpose of them being on the traffic light is for them to take photographs of these, at least, crime that people would do. There are something I have noticed quite frequently, especially along main roads. There might be an exit and entrance on either side of the road, and then people will block the entrance and block the exit, whereof the car going in doesn't have a chance to block the traffic line of cars coming behind them or in front of them. And I believe we all should let every entrance, every exit become vacant at all times, just in case on the other side someone is trying to cross the street to come in or to get out. These are the things that I see of this that I wish to speak about. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you much.
All right, man.
Rightly put and well taken, yeah. Definitely and duly noted. So, I believe that.
All right. 465-2555. Like a slow morning today. Let's take this one. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Morning, sir.
Yes,
It's
morning.
been a long time I tried to it.
Oh, like
Anyway.
that. You get it.
Hello.
Yes, man. I'm glad you're in. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I want to know is if number plate lights is not a part of the traffic rules anymore. All the vehicles that is already have on the new fancy stickers. I see several of them ain't got no number plate light on them, no backlights and no lights at all on the rear of the vehicles. Not only that, I see police vehicles driving behind vehicles with no number plate light, and they doesn't instead pull them over. Gone were the days when we used to do that. What has happened to that?
All right. Thanks for. I'll let the inspector respond.
Yes, definitely. There are laws in place for the license plates to be illuminated. Definitely there must be lights to the back, you see. And that is to show at night that, the officers or anybody could see a registration number, just in case of anything. So they must be lit. You understand? I do not know, well, about the passengers, the motorist who drives behind these vehicles. Definitely, I think they call it one of these days, if you could actually take a registration number of that police vehicle and the time, yeah, and date, and then I could actually start doing some
Investigation.
investigations.
Okay.
Pertaining to the same.
All right.
All right.
Let's take this next call. Line 4. You're live, and good morning.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. You're live.
Hi, good morning. I have a... Sorry, let me just send this in.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I have a... Okay. I park regularly at Port Zante. And when it comes to Friday afternoon, it's hell work to get out of Port Zante, right? Vehicles coming from the east side, passing. You have vehicles park up right there on the exit point, coming out. I'm wondering why no traffic wardens are down there on Friday afternoon. I'm wondering if the police can ask urban development if they can allow people to exit on the eastern end of Port Zante, that is over by the AV side. You can't pass it. There are no tourists coming in right now, and it's really terrible coming out of the afternoons. And then secondly, I realized for a few weeks now that somebody set up a food stall or whatever right on your right hand side, where you say you cannot turn right. And vehicles are normally parked there. Last week there was a government vehicle, I don't remember the number, parked right there, and there was another vehicle parked there. How are you to see all the oncoming traffic, all the people crossing the street? You can't get to come out. I think it's 20 minutes just to get out of Port Zante. I think they need to do something about down there. I do not know what they're going to do, but I think that's an easy fix. These people driving these government vehicles, man, they don't care. They don't care at all. They're in a government vehicle and nobody can do me anything. They don't care. And then secondly, another thing is that the stoplight of a Baker's Corner, something's wrong with the timing. Most times, you only get the light go green and two vehicles get you. No other vehicle get you. Two. So you find that a number of persons will go through while it's an amber, right? Because it just doesn't change. So they have to look at that light. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Thank you for your call, and you have a blessed day also.
As the scholar said, it's an easy fix, so that will be fixed.
That's an easy fix.
Yes.
All right, we have enough time to take one more call. Good morning, you're live. All right, let's try line 1. Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning, everyone there. Good morning to the
Good morning,
public. First of all, I'd like to commend the police for the removing of the derelict vehicles off the road. I think that's a great idea and long overdue. I also want to ask if that has been extended to Nevis. I'd also like to echo what another caller said about education in roundabouts. There's one major roundabout in Nevis, and I too am shocked that there are not more accidents there. I think the public needs to be educated on the correct way to use roundabout. And lastly, and I guess my main question is, when there's an accident and vehicles take out road signs, from time to time when the government gets roads fixed, lovely signage is put in, and when there's an accident, these signs are taken out and they never seem to be replaced. Who is responsible for replacing these road signs? Is it the government / the traffic department, or is it the person who had the accident and actually removed the sign? I'll listen off here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your call.
When it comes to traffic signs,
Hold on a second, Inspector. I will let you respond. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We have our 9 o'clock report up next. And to that caller, please do keep it locked. We'll be back to answer your calls. Should I say your questions that you put to the inspector. So don't touch that dial. Our 9 o'clock report is coming to your compliments, The Grange.
You're simply the best.
Are you looking for a place that provides skilled nursing care and rehabilitation services to people with special needs, illnesses, injuries, or functional disabilities? Are you searching for dignified facilities to serve the elderly? Then search no more. The Grange Healthcare Facility is simply the best place to satisfy your needs. It is the first of its kind in St. Kitts, situated just 7 miles out of Bastia, with beautifully landscaped grounds in serene and tranquil surroundings. The Grange offers residential care places, daycare facilities for seniors, convalescent care, rehabilitation services, overnight, weekend and holiday stay, and complimentary therapies. A caring and experienced staff has promised to take good care of you or your loved ones. For more information and bookings, call 465-8020 or 466-5525 or fax your requests to 466-8221.
With your 9 a.m. news update for this morning, I am your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, the Ministry of Education will be finalizing the preparations to pilot its enhanced curriculum, says Chief of Education Planning, Dr. Neva Pemberton. Dr. Pemberton stated that over the past 2 years, the Ministry of Education has been working with multiple stakeholders to develop a curriculum that is student-centered, responds to all the interests and needs of its learners, does a much better job of assessing students' ability and measuring their successes. She added that during the week, the ministry will be training its pilot implementation team, which is comprised of education officials, curriculum officers, as well as curriculum writers. In regional news, Thursday, September 3rd, 2020 is the date when Jamaicans will head to the polls to elect their next government in what will be the country's 18th general election since universal adult suffrage in 1944. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement Tuesday during a statement in the House of Representatives. Nomination day will be Tuesday, August 18th. The 2020 campaign will be one of the shortest ever and will pit the JLP against the opposition People's National Party, led by former Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips. And finally, in international news, U.S. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has named Kamala Harris as his running mate, the first black woman and South Asian American in the role. Once a rival for the top job, the California senator of Indian Jamaican heritage had long been considered the frontrunner for the number 2 slot. The former California Attorney General has been urging police reform amid nationwide anti-racism protests. Mr. Biden will face President Donald Trump in the election on November 3rd. And that was your 9 a.m. news update for this morning. I am your presenter, Shanique Harvey, wishing you a wonderful day.
Are you looking for a place that provides skilled nursing care and rehabilitation services to people with special needs, illnesses, injuries, or functional disabilities? Are you searching for dignified facilities to serve the elderly? Then search no more. The Grange Healthcare Facility is simply the best place to satisfy your needs. It is the first of its kind in St. Kitts, situated just 7 miles out of Bastia, with beautifully landscaped grounds in serene and tranquil surroundings. The Grange offers residential care places, daycare facilities for seniors, convalescent care, rehabilitation services, overnight, weekend and holiday stay, and complimentary therapies. A caring and experienced staff has promised to take good care of you or your loved ones. For more information and bookings, call 465-8020 or 466-5525 or fax your requests to 466-8221.
In case you don't know us, you're just twisting that dial away and managed to bump into us. This is ZIZ Radio from out of St. Kitts.
See the difference, hear the difference, feel the difference with the Cable's Flash Internet Package upgrade. Learning and working at home now feel much better with the Cable's new and improved entry-level Flash Internet Package. It's a crazy 15 megs of cable download power, all at the same low price of $97. Flash is ideal for 2 or 3 devices. Flash is great for video and music streaming, online classes and meetings, and your everyday online shopping and web browsing. But Flash is not all. See, hear, and feel the difference with the Cable's Bolt Internet Package upgrade. Ideal for more devices, more gaming, and with more than triple the upload speed from 3 up to 10 megs, you can now create content and upload more photos and more files much faster with Bolt, and you don't pay 1 cent more. Incredible, you say? Then sign up today for your new Flash or Bolt Internet Package and see the difference, hear the difference, feel the difference. The Cable, giving you more where it matters. Terms and conditions apply.
We understand that times are challenging. We understand that during this COVID-19 pandemic, things don't seem the same. The Bank of Nevis Limited is here to lend a helping hand, Get up to EC $30,000 unsecured and let's start to get our lives back on track. Purchase a laptop, take up a new course and expand your horizon, renovate your house, or simply enjoy your very own staycation in paradise, home. We are providing solutions in these times. The Bank of Nevis Limited, improving the quality of life. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Special terms and conditions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2020.
The specials at Domino's are hot, hot, hot for any occasion. Hot, hot, hot out of the oven is our mix and match special. Hey, choose any two. Cheesy bread, sandwich, chicken, pasta, or small pizza and pay only $20 each. One medium, 2 topping pizza, and 2 20-ounce Cokes, only $35. Free Coke with your lunch until 2 p.m. Small, 1 topping school child lunch special, only $14. 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $67. 2 large, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $73. Oh, and the big one, baby. Free large pizza every Tuesday with your favorite 2 for Tuesday special. So, come on down or call and order now at Buckley's 466-5500 or the 4th Street location 466-5000 or order online at www.domino's.kn and experience our tasty oven-baked goodness. Domino's, the home of satisfaction.
Wow, call Domino's. Now.
Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to.
All right, welcome back. Now, before we open up the lines, I'll let you respond to the caller from Nevis, all right? Yes, over to you, Inspector.
Okay, I just want to touch on this question. A number of questions actually came in. That's before I touch. Actually, someone was talking about identification marks to be legible and vehicle, and whether they should get any designs or anything on it. But I will read from the legislation. I like to touch it from the legislation. I don't like to be guessing anything and, contradict anyone. You understand me?
Oh, that's what you're doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because someone did mention, they was kind of wondering why.
There's a number of issues that they were actually trying to flesh out. Now, it states here, 15.06, still of the Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, and it states identification marks to be legible. And he said the identification mark upon any motor vehicle shall at all times be legible and shall not be obstructed by any other figures, designs, or ornamentation. You understand me? He said ornamentation, design, figures shouldn't be at any time at all be obstructed. The number plate should not be obstructed by any of these.
Okay.
Now, Section 8, illumination. Remember somebody spoke about some of the lights and police vehicle behind, and they actually see it. Well, I can't say that the police actually see anything. I can't ask for your GQ. You may be in front of me, you ain't even see nothing.
Right.
You understand me? But I wouldn't wave out, say that a police officer didn't see.
Okay.
But I can't use that in court. I can't say who see and who not see and who hear.
Right.
You understand me?
You have to bring facts.
I got to talk for myself.
Facts.
You understand me? So now, illumination of identification mark. Whenever a motor vehicle is used on a public road at night, a lamp shall be kept alight on the motor vehicle. So, contrived as an illuminate by means of reflection that the light actually shine and the registration number, transparency or otherwise, and render easily distinguishable every letter or figure on the identification plate fixed on the back of the motor vehicle. You understand me? So this speaks about transparency. You understand me? Visibility. It must be this distinguishable. So you must be able to see the registration number.
So the question is, why we have that problem? I think that's what the caller was trying to raise it.
Why we have that problem? Honestly, it could be inadvertent with some people. Some people will be honest. I don't expect JQ to go down the road and he ain't got his lights behind, not showing his registration number. You know what I mean? It might be remiss of you not to do so. No, if police actually catch you doing such, they could actually ticket you.
Okay.
You might get all kind of excuse and whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's a ticketed offense. You
Right.
understand me?
Right.
Now, some people will be genuine, some people not genuine. You see, and that is the reason why you see sometimes people just get ticket left, right, and center. No, we police may use his discretion because you might come out with your lights on, and your lights really working here. You check it. Main thing you're gonna be checking it all the time because sometimes you want to go to a supermarket. Then every time you're going to, you know what I mean, maybe Best Buy, 24 hours supermarket. You know what I mean, you're going to check your lights straight back. Nobody will tell me because I don't check mine. You understand me?
Right.
Luckily, mine's still working.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But not all the time you jump in my car, I go into it back to check. But you should really check. You understand?
Gotcha.
So some people may be genuine and some people just ingenuine. They ain't check anything and they come down the road. But the police could still use his discretion. He should know when to use his discretion.
All right.
You understand me? But anyways, when it comes to the we have something here pertaining to, I think it's section 21, the vehicle road traffic. Okay, talk about traffic signs. Somebody spoke about who put up traffic signs and these kind of stuff. You know, but it states here in subsection 1, the licensing authority, that is the Commissioner of Police. We act on behalf of the licensing authority, who is the Commissioner of Police. It states the licensing authority may cause or permit traffic signs to be placed or replaced by the Director of Public Works on or near any road, and that is the reason why you see we work in collaboration with the Public Works, the engineers. I always call Mr. Cromwell Williams. I mean, he always assist me. I always assist the the traffic department.
Right.
You know what I mean, in getting works done.
Right.
You understand me? That is something that I should thank the Public Works, Mr. Cromwell Williams, and other engineers who actually work at that department. So we get work in collaboration. They're doing something, they call us X and X. What you think about it? You know what I mean? We put heads together and see, you know what I mean, the best way forward.
Right.
You understand me? So definitely, so this is the licensing authority with the Commissioner of Police make other permit traffic signs, yeah, to be placed or replaced by the Director of Public Works on or near any road. You understand? This is something that must be carried out. There always something in the interim before you could actually do the act itself.
Right.
You understand me? Because, you know, after action is the reaction. Yeah, go ahead.
But in that the question the person asks, you know, even though that's a good thing, they ask, when accident, you see, if they knock down a lamppost, they have to pay skillet. So they want to know now if somebody knock down a sign, if the government they get any compensation for the sign.
When it comes to that, actually, I have never seen or heard of our privy to anybody actually repaying for a sign. I mean, I have never seen anything, you know, stating the fact. But however, I used to do my research.
Because it should happen. It should happen.
But I think that is something that, you know, I mean, could be put in place. I am sure maybe it is in legislation. I have to look for that in the legislation.
Finally, before we open the lines, the roundabout issue. The gentleman from the US.
Yeah, with the roundabout. What the question?
He was in agreement with the people, the person who raised the issue in terms of, you know, they're surprised that there are not more accidents at the roundabouts, and what can you put in place to help, you know, alleviate some of that problem?
No, you know what I mean, from my little learned friend here, around the roundabout, I actually alluded to that. I'm here at the traffic department 2014 October, 2019, 14. And I alluded to, right here in this station, Win FM station, I stated that you should put signs, you see cannery, you have the roundabout, you have cannery, you have maybe an arrow showing like going cannery, but you could put a sign they say to cannery. You understand me? This one to Frigate Bay. You understand? To where you're on F.T. Williams Highway, you know what I mean, to Buckley's. You understand me? Sign showing you to Buckley's with a nice arrow.
Right.
I mean, to down Greenlands, Monk Hill. You understand? You know, these will actually aid people in knowing how to use the roundabout also.
Right. So that's something you'll put forward.
That's something I have already put forward.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Things don't happen overnight, you know. I still ain't got the final say. I know a number of persons maybe call you and Inspector Eddie, do this, Inspector Eddie, do that. I do what I can do, definitely. There are certain things you put recommendations in place and, you know, you still have a higher head, you know. You understand?
Duly noted. And to the caller from, I suspect it's from Nevis, it sounds so. If we didn't answer your question properly, you feel free to always call back.
Mr. Gerald had some work done, actually. I think last week, Mr. Gerald, maybe you could actually speak.
Sometime last week, about 5 to 6 vehicles were moved from the Monkey Hill area. Notice was served prior to a week before the removal, so just want to ask the public to take note that we'll be back. All right.
Okay. We'll be back in a short time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to the phone line. Line 4. You're live and good morning.
Q.
Yes.
Morning.
Hey, morning. Hey, I'm good, buddy.
Getting organized. One of the things, right, I always feel could help in roundabouts is signals. Put on your indicator. Indicate where you're going when you're approaching the roundabout. Because everybody does speed through the roundabout, and that can cause a lot of accidents and uncertainty. Thanks.
All right. Let's take this next call. Line 3, you're live.
Hi, good morning, teenagers. How are you guys doing?
Are we okay?
Okay. My question sort of ties in with the one you were talking about with the number plate and reflection. For the omnibuses, are they supposed to be wearing a sort of light in front of the numbers so you can actually pick up that that's an omnibus coming? Everybody doesn't have 20/20 vision, especially at night in particular.
Yes, actually, they have given, I think there's a little policy that that is present. They just for indication purposes and visibility. You know what I mean? You may be they're looking out for a bus and you might see some blue lights, that is a bus, you put out your hand to stop the buses. Well, there is something in place.
Yeah, but for the buses, I think they used to use orange to go to Maligno, red further down, and Sunny Point side they use, I think, is green to go Sunny Point, and red after Sunny Point go down. Monkey, once you reach in the gut is a bus, so Yeah, but that's the lights them for in the night. I think it's
okay. But a lot of the buses I find don't have them. And sometimes according to the position that you're standing, you might have a few vehicles coming and then a bus between but then you did not pick up it was a bus because there's no number. There's no light reflection on the number plate. So please, if you all can have that in place.
Definitely, man.
So right now, I think.
Thank you for your call.
Yeah, for you to stop a bus now, it makes sense that you're in a lighted area. So then at least you're going to see, the bus coming.
Let's take this one. Line 1, you're live and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Quick question. Is there a problem with a simple writing underneath the number plate at the back of your vehicle?
Say again, ma'am?
Under the number plate at the back of your vehicle. Some people put a little writing on it. Is there a problem with it?
It states here. I only could go with honestly with the legislation. Yeah, and
Thank you for your call, by the way. Yes, go ahead, Inspector.
Some people don't put in God we trust, small writing.
All right, while you look for that, let me take these next 2 calls, and then we're going to wrap the program. We have Power Talk, Skellig Power Talk up next. Line 4, okay, we lost line 4. Line 3, you're live and good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I don't think that
we people don't know how to use the roundabout. I think everybody know how to use the roundabout. But I find we are always in a hurry to get to where we're going, and that is part of the problem. You don't come and want to wait your turn in the roundabout. You think you could go around the post and then that is where you'll see the slight accidents. We are always in a hurry, not only in the roundabouts, on the regular streets, all during the community. People drive like they're in a race car. I really don't know what's going on, but that is what I've seen. Okay, thank you.
All right. We're gonna, gentlemen, we're going to take these last two calls, and then I'll let you address them, and then we're going to wrap up the program. Line 4, you're live, and good morning.
Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning to everyone there. I came in to comment about the roundabout problems. And I think, in my opinion, if people use it as a junction and also use their signal, what I notice, most people don't signal when they're on the roundabout to say when they're going to be exiting the roundabout. I'm not trying to say anything, but I happen to live in the UK, which is more or less made up of roundabouts. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that always happen there, and if you don't do so, you can get a ticket, is that you've got to use the signal. And what people have to remember, that you always have to give way to traffic on your right. Don't try to overtake or anything like that on your roundabout. But that's my input. Thank you.
All right, let's take this next or final call for this morning. You're live.
A pleasant good morning, GQ. A pleasant good morning to the officer and Granny dear. I'm glad that I actually got it.
Yeah, good morning.
To support what Granny was saying, back then I know I used to run bus years ago, and there were 3 distinct lights where you use green as far as Sandy Point, red down to the Key West area, and those areas, and then the Molyneux side would have used amber. What I've seen is a transition of the whole process now. I know by the law, a lot of these blue lights, and so it's only police vehicle should have blue lights affixed to them. As it relates to the license plate, I would think that we'd reach that point in our road and traffic whereby, as it relates to transportation, if you look at maps and stuff like that around the world, advertising St. Kitts, transportation in St. Kitts is either H or T. There was a transition several years ago out of H into T. Exhausted T plates now is TA and HA. Now, there are 2 things that are bothering me. One, you may have, Granny might have a blue bus, which is a midwoofer, we would say. Granny may be H6. Somebody go to TDC and buy a bus and end up with HA6. There are 2 vehicles, same color, running the same route. God forbid something happen. A passenger might just be able to pick up that they see a H and a 6. They don't know if it's H or HA. Another thing too is that based on the insurance policies I've looked at all policies because I've driven all vehicles, and it stipulates that the H and the T vehicles, those carry persons for compensation or reward. Here we have something filtered in our system where private vehicles are actually carrying persons for compensation or reward. In the event, God forbid, that something happened, we are wondering how those persons would be compensated. I think we've reached a point whereby you see persons offering vehicle services for disabilities and stuff like that. My thought, I think the traffic department need to elaborate government and have an additional plate. And my suggestion is that you'll have a SP plate, which is a special purpose vehicle, because the rates of the taxis and the buses, they are set. If you come pick me up by Rams in an H bus to go downtown, just like in the night when the drivers cannot charge more than $5 to take you home. If the rate from up there to down there is $250, I pay you $250. But if I have a special purpose vehicle designed for that, this is where an insurance policy would be revised to suit that vehicle and also to eliminate the conflict, because a lot of these stuff, they can be challenged if taken to court and the prosecutor see it fit. So I'll listen off here. I think Eddie was enough to answer these questions.
Definitely.
All right. No, that's going to be our final call, and then we're going to get ready for Skellig Power Talk coming up next.
That special plate is something I noted, right? Because, I mean, it sounds very interesting. So I just want to tell the listeners them out there, yes, thanks for listening. See you God Spare Life next week, Wednesday. Same time, same place. Yeah, the general public, yeah, large.
Go ahead, Joe. Wrap up.
Yeah, I just want to thank the public for listening on the traffic talk show this morning. We just want to thank Jiki for having us. And I would love to come back again. I've been very interested. Thank you so much.
Yes, man. You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Yeah, you see, how long you working at the traffic now?
6 years.
6 years, and you never come to a team to visit.
Never.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
You understand me?
Okay, good.
I won't be here all the time, GQ. This is going to make it
Third time.
I mean, you got to make space and make place.
Should I read between the lines?
Well,
You're getting a promotion?
You see, and it's not only for Geraldine only, you know, understand me, but for the entire, you know.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Julie noted. Julie noted.
Well, you look like GQ start doing a lot of interpretation. But that's good.
Remember, it's 3 times they said it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I just want to touch on this, the identification mark, just for, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, clarification purposes for the lady who actually called it.
Yes.
And the identification mark, this is section 7 of the Vehicle and Road Traffic Act 15.06. The identification marks upon any motor vehicle shall at all times be legible, you understand, must be clear, and shall not be obstructed by any other figures, designs, or ornamentation. You understand me? The registration is registration. You know what I mean? You just want to see, you know what I mean, numbers, the P and wherever the HA, wherever it is, and it must be illuminated at nights. You understand? This is what the legislation speaks about.
Okay.
You understand? So this is something that we have to follow, you know what I mean, until there is some sort of amendment or something like that. You know, definitely it wouldn't be repealed. It will be maybe amended. Nothing wrong with that. You have to evolve, you know what I mean,
Yes.
as this world moves, you know what I mean,
Yes.
it evolves.
Yes.
You know what I mean, you add, you take away to make things better and more conducive, you know what I mean, for the present living, daily living. So, you know, that's how it is. But there is a reason why you say you have to put things there. You recommend certain stuff that actually people actually bring to the table. Things that are actually thought of and still thinking of, you know what I mean? GQ might be telling me something, Gerald might tell me something. And that is the reason why I like to listen to the people. I prefer to listen to the people. You understand me? I can't be just fully entrenched in my own taking, you know, you understand me?
Yes.
So, you have to think out the box in order to get things going.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll be at a standstill. You understand me? Foolishly. So anyway, GQ,
yes, man.
Thanks for having us. You know what I mean? Thank ZIZ for having us also on behalf of the traffic department, the whole Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. Just want to, you know what I mean, convey thanks and everything. To my good friend over here, the PRO.
For the ready to move by upon the shades.
Just want to convey thanks also. Geraldine. You see Geraldine say he coming back. He want to come back.
That's
you know
good,
what I mean?
good,
And
good.
you know what I mean? Make my life a little easier.
Yes.
Definitely I'll be here with them and you'll see new faces. Because he said, I wouldn't be here. We have to make way for these youngsters to come up.
4 times, ladies and gentlemen.
Listening.
4 times. I'm going to cut off his mic now. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Power Talk is up next.
To make it an episode, how much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more.
Mommy, remember you told me if I pass all my exams, you would buy me a brand new laptop computer, a cell phone, and a